honestly speaking, I think that the Steam Deck is gonna perform and do better than the Nintendo Switch. All right, it's your boy Marcus Scott, aka the Caramel Poppy, and this is Caramel Poppy Gaming. Now, this is more of an opinion piece. I really don't mean that the Steam Deck is gonna outsell the Switch because if I'm not wrong, the Switch already sold more than the PlayStation 1. It outsold it technically, and it's close. If I'm not wrong, I think it might be close to the PS2, or if it didn't already, it probably outsold the PS2. And it's in like the millions, like the 10 millions, 14 millions, or close to that range. Now, when I mean that the Steam Deck is gonna outperform it, I'm basically saying that the Steam Deck is like it's the underdog right now, and nobody wants to admit that, and I can see why. Everyone wants to champion the Switch, and everyone wants to say, "Hey, the Switch this, the Switch that," and blah blah blah. And, that's all cool and stuff. But what people gotta understand is the Switch is outdated hardware. It's not going anywhere, and that's the sad thing about it. When I got the Switch and I brought Doom 2016, that was like game changing for me because the graphics wasn't like an Xbox at the time, but it was like, hey, I could play Doom on the go. And it's weird how the Nintendo games, they're always optimized for the Switch. They know how to optimize their system, for the games that they want to make. But when it comes to third party games, it's never the same. And I feel like even with consoles this generation and for every generation previously, PC always had this thing where you could buy any game, you could own any generation of a PC or any generation of a graphics card, and you could just downscale the graphics for better performance or, get better performance, less graphics, whatever the case is. Obviously you needed a minimum spec requirement, but it gave you options. Now, following with the Switch is basically, hey, these are the games that you can play. All right, some of them might look good, but they might not perform well, or they might perform well, but they just won't look good. Or matter of fact, both, because we're putting freaking next gen games or current gen games like Doom, Eternal on there, and The Witcher. Yeah, the games work. All right, but the fact that we haven't had a Call of Duty game because I'm assuming they, it's the graphics card. Listen, they brought Call of Duty to the PS Vita. That's not the thing. All right, they brought Call of Duty to the PS Vita. They got Call of Duty on a mobile phone. It's a mobile phone game. All right. The fact that they're not bringing these big games and it took all these years for Grand Theft Auto. Listen, Grand Theft Auto was freaking playing on my iPhone before the Switch. All right. The fact that we don't got these games is just hurting the Switch, and then the out of date hardware is not making it any better. With the Steam Deck, it's like you got a PC, but you don't have to worry about the PC stuff. I don't do PC gaming because it's too much stuff. You gotta upgrade your rig. You gotta spend a whole bunch of money on it. And then you gotta download drivers and then do updates and do this and do that. That's too much work. I just wanna buy the game, pop the game in, and play. That's the convenience of a console. Alright, and that's why I just stick to console gaming. I know what I know the specs of my system. The developers know the specs also, and the games just work. Alright, you get a compatible TV, you get 120 hertz, boom, that's it. Or let's say you want high frame rates, you just go into the settings on Halo, boom, performance mode. Or you want better graphics, graphics mode. It's that simple. PC, you gotta sit there and tweak it and this and that. And to some people, they want that control. If I want graphics, I want the best graphics, I could just flip the switch. If I want the best performance, I just flip the switch. Steam Deck, you're gonna get the option of a PC, but it's like, how do I say it? The games will run on it, all right, from what they have tested. So I could get a Steam Deck and I could play God of War on it, and it might not look good as a 30 series or 3080 or 3090, but it's gonna work. and it'll work better than the Switch. And this is what people don't understand is there's a market that Steam or Valve is trying to carve out in the portable PC space that I think they might have a leg up on, because there's other companies that's doing the portable PC stuff, and I could see that working, and they got games like Halo and Forza to run, and it looks good and stuff. But the price is too high. Nobody's spending $1,000 on a PC handheld that dies in 2 hours. All right, but when you have something like the Steam Deck, which is only $400, which is $50 more than an OLED Switch, it seems like a bargain. You get an extra power, and you get the versatility of multi-platform games. Games that would never run on the Switch, or probably some games that are on the Switch, are gonna run better. Okay, if you got Doom Eternal on the Switch and you compare it to Doom Eternal on the Steam Deck, I'm pretty sure the Steam Deck is gonna perform it better. All right. Same thing. You're gonna get God of War. You're gonna get Call of Duty. You're gonna get all these games that you didn't have on the Switch, and that's where the Switch is falling at. Because they could have had these games. You know what? I'll take a downgraded Call of Duty. You know what? I would take Call of Duty Mobile on the Switch. Why they haven't put that there? They put a whole bunch of other mobile games on there. They put Asphalt, that racing game. They put Fortnite up there. Like, just give us the games. You know what? I don't care about the graphics at this point when it comes to the Switch. If it can run decent, if it can at least hit 30 frames, I'm perfectly fine with that, alright? Give us a old Call of Duty games like Modern Warfare 3 and 2. I'm pretty sure that can run on, it has to run on the Switch. That's like last gen hardware. Not even last gen, 2 gens ago, alright? That's my thing. Hopefully, Nintendo figures it out, because the Steam Deck right now is, look, I already reserved my copy or my Steam Deck. I'm just waiting for them to hit me up and say, hey, you could purchase it now. And I will finally get to review it and see how it is, and finally jump into the PC ecosystem, because this is my way in. I do not want to drop $1,000 on a freaking PC. I don't want to sit there and build it, because I like building things, but if I mess something up with that, I'm gonna be mad. Especially when the pieces and the parts are real expensive, right? Everyone's like, oh yeah, it's so easy to build the PC. I'm sorry, I don't got the time in the day to sit there and mess with stuff, get electrocuted, break something. I'm not doing that. I'd rather get it pre-built. And even with a laptop, is like a PC gaming laptop, is a whole bunch of stuff. You gotta download drivers and download this and that. Like, what happens to the convenience factor? And I know there's a lot of PC players out there, and that's cool. It's just not convenient for me. And I want to get into the PC ecosystem, and this is how I'm gonna jump into it, and also get to play some PlayStation exclusives on the go. So this is what I'm gonna get. All right. If you guys like the video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification button to stay notified. Stay safe. I'm out.